Hello guys. So this is Kazel. Hello. Let me say, BugTraceAI, this agentic security topic. Some of them may heard about it in last time AI Tinkerers session, which I present. So it was a 15-minute session, and some of them want to know more about it. And I know the session got overrun. So today I just decided that let's make it to 30 minutes, so you may get a glimpse and you may get into a deep dive in more of BugTraceAI. So just about me, I try to make it short. So I'm a Gen Z, so 2024 Cornell graduate. And right now I'm doing in cyber security and also in education and technology. So I'm the founder of Hackertel, which is the most well-known identity. And I'm also the co-lead in an edtech company, which is Innovative Technology Education Limited. So I just host successful collabs, and sometimes I just go to talks and podcasts, just like what I'm sharing to you now about my findings, about my discovery, about what I do, like BugTraceAI. Okay. So let me talk about the problems. So when you try to use BugTraceAI, not BugTraceAI, before BugTraceAI, like have you ever tried to use AI to pen test or try to find security flaws? So anyone can tell me if you have tried it and anything like any AI to try to find vulnerabilities using AI. Just raise up your hand. Okay, so there's indeed someone who did use it before. Okay, if the experience is very bad, just raise up. If the experience is very bad, very inaccurate, just raise up. Okay, if you think it is accurate, it works, raise up. Okay. All right. So if you want to use AI and to check on the security flaws, you may need to burn your tokens, right? This makes sense. But if they generate inaccurate results, your tokens would run into waste. And that is money, right? So Buttrace AI try to solve this problem, try to make things more accurate, try to save your money, and we try to make it open source, like everyone could use it, everyone could enjoy this tool, and we could make a security that is accessible for everyone. And this highlights the problems of normal AI who try to scan security flaws, not just high operational costs or the hallucination traps that are inaccurate. Sometimes they may have inconsistencies because the AI, they try to predict word by word, which means this is not a professional scanning. What a red teamer or what Pentester to do, that is not what professionals would do. So it will produce inconsistency, and you see for the security audit, this is not safe to do. So from a cybersecurity professional view, maybe can ask Eric about like what you think about pen testing using AI, just normal AI. Yeah.
Yep, I think just personal opinion as also as some personal experience that okay when you are using AI or any sorts of automation tools to help you do your job. Actually, no matter it is on a security or and let's say vulnerability assessment, penetration test, or some other work, is the nature is quite similar that. I would say you will need to know what you are doing, and you will need to know say the step, the methodology. Okay, I will just put it this way: when you're using an AI agent or generative AI, and I think most of you heard about this. Okay, just treat your AI tools or sorry, AI agent or assistant as an intern, as an internship, and that okay, that got the subject knowledge, but you will need to have a very clear instruction to them to execute. Just my 2 cents, but I think as I have been playing around with the purchase AI before, I am expecting the purchase AI will be doing more than that, right?
Okay. Aaron, just thank you so much for your input. I highlight some of the key points in here. So any of you are security professionals, actually? Just raise up. Okay. Have you tried BugTrace AI before? Okay, I will take through this journey today. You can try it with me. Yeah, today. Yeah. Okay, so if any of the cybersecurity professionals after trying BugTraceAI, you have some opinions, then feel free to tell me. Yeah.
Yeah. Is there an option for cybersecurity practitioner? Okay.
So this is just what I asked for the question. And what's the most? I would try to simplify it. This BugTraceAI, this is quite deterministic, not just probabilistic guessing, oh, this has a flaw in here, oh, there's an excess of vulnerabilities in here, or they don't do that. Indeed, they could determine like specific what's happening around here. Like, oh, there's a missing HTTP header or something like that. Oh, this is missing. And then the score, how critical it is, we will have a rating, and then we could generate a report. So this is what a normal professional in cybersecurity would do. So we try to mimic how the professionals are doing in this behavior. So this BugTraceAI could be replaceable options for what you usually would do for using other AIs to do security pen testing. Or if you do not use any AI, you do it for yourself, then you can take reference from BugTraceAI and then you analyze and saying, oh, is this a trusted result? Then you could use it for your reference. So you can search BugTraceAI now. It's in the first result. Yeah, BugTraceAI. So if you have go into that page, wherever you have a computer, we have the desktop version. If you have the mobile, we do have the mobile version as well. So if you have go into that page, can you raise up? Okay. If you go into that page. All right, let's start. So you may take a look at our page, wherever the wiki is, but yes, we will go through with you together. So I want to talk about the stories why BugTraceAI just happened. And for the first time, why I got into this team is because Albert, who is graduate from Harvard, yeah, and he tried to start this project. He told me that security should be open source for everyone, or at least should be accessible for everyone instead of making it expensive and difficult. So I quite agree with what he said. And you know, if you are in the cybersecurity industry, then you know usually the scannings would take a lot of money and time. Sometimes if you need to wait for the results, wait for the professional result, you need 3 weeks or 2 weeks at least, I think. And the money would usually go up to thousands and more thousands, something like that. So if you choose the traditional way, then you have to wait and quite spend a lot of money. So if you want to like take reference, if you're a vibe coder, you want to make your website safe, then we offer this solution, a free and open source solution. You can check for yourself. And if you are a security practitioner, then you can try to take a reference from it. So I joined the team upon Albert invite. So I'm now the security researcher. What I usually do is to validate the results if the AI did speak nonsense or not. I usually validate them. And the other people in the team, they try to train the AI and they would promote BugTraceAI as well, in respectively in their community, such as Head. You see, the Head, he's Indian, so he will promote BugTraceAI in the India region. And right now we have some open slots here, and we are looking for people who could be active in USA. Yeah, we want to have someone in USA to promote.
Yep, I think for this part, and we were going to have a demo so that you can have a more comprehensive idea on what exactly BugTraceAI is doing, right?
Yeah, I will show that. So just come along with me. So what's so special about BugTraceAI? It's a multi-agent system Autinomous, because usually when you use the AI, whether a Gemini, whether Claude or anything, is just one model, right? So if you put all of the problems into one model, then the inconsistency would be very high because they predict word by word. But if we assign each agent to have one specific problem, like, okay, for you, solve something like SQL injection, you are in charge of that part. If you are in charge of that vulnerability, or if you are in charge of that report, we just ask one agent to be responsible of that part to avoid such inconsistency. So, and they also have to vote. They also have to vote. The agents themselves have to vote. And this works like what security professionals in real life. We work as a team, like a red team, and then we vote for, oh, is this a valid problem? Is it something we have to solve? And then we write reports. So different AI agents, they will vote and see if this is a valid problem or not, or need manual reviews. They will have flagged manual reviews. And so we have a deterministic execution, which is, you see, this is the battle tested security tools such as the SQLMap to execute payloads. So we ensure our findings are grounded in technical, or instead of bubbling from predicting word by word. And yeah, we currently make it open source. So we have a GitHub on the, you see on the page, there's a GitHub on the upper right. Yeah, so you can start on GitHub and you can check what we are doing. So I just let you see the slides, so you can also scroll. So this is what our core philosophy. We want them to actually work like real professionals. And that's why we need, they hired me, they got me into the team to make sure they actually work like this. So this is also what I said. They could be lower cost when you get into the scanning instead of standard LLM scanners. All right, how about we try to demo it in real life, okay? We have a demo. Okay, so for, we have the web, CLI, API MCP. You see there's the stats for today. I will have a web demo for you. We are scanning the bug store, which is an e-commerce platform we try to build and to mimic what a real e-commerce store would be like. So we scan for the vulnerabilities. So this is the provider where if you are using API or something, then you just call open router key. So what is good about that? The data, what you call, could be not just in web. In CLI, you can store in the local machine. You control what is sent and what is stored. So this is the first thing we care about, privacy. Okay, and you can see there's the depth. You could control how deep it is the scanning, and also the max URLs, how much it's scanning. So we just set it in this range first, and then we can start scan. Demo scan.
Oh, okay. While we're scanning, we are waiting for the result. I have a question for you, Kazel. Okay, as you have mentioned, also we can see in the deck there will be some different agents who got their own task. For example, SQL injection agent, I can see one. Okay, in case during the SQL injections, payload is running. Okay, I will find the data of the target is corrupted due to this penetration test because it's done by an AI agent with a human being. I would like to know more about in such kind of situation or scenario. Do the tools can provide any evidence trail to protect the Pentester in front of the client, or a little bit undesirable in case there will be a legal action regarding that?
Okay. So ethics is a real concern in security. I do agree with that. First of all, we do also write ethics code. You can go to the documents and then check our ethics code. I just simple it in short. If you find anything that is something go wrong or something uh, not really good with it, then you can just report to us. We have a Twitter and also we have contact. You can just contact us and alarm us about it, and so we could see anything we could do about this. This is the first thing. And then for the second thing, the data it could be not stored on our side. As you know, you control what you send, you control what you get. So for the data, we will not store. This is the first thing. And indeed, we have a procedure to ensure that the pentesters who are trying to use the data and try to scan are ethical. You also advocate that ethical scanning should be the norm of our practice. We do not advocate any unauthorized scanning. So please don't use it if those targets does not agree you on the scanning.
Okay, thank you, Keisha. But I would like to twist my question a little bit. I think I can see there are some of the some cybersecurity practitioner, also pen tester, or some developer here that may be one of maybe my personal concern. And we would like to know when the damage is done, how can we know what exactly is happened or related evidence?
Evidence. Oh, is it complete?
Yeah, before okay, so you answer this question, maybe we can continue with a demo.
So you guys want to know what's happening on the scene, right? So, well, once you report about this, we will really take a look at if you have find something wrong, include the screenshots, everything. So we can take legal actions because you know Albert's in Spain, we're in Hong Kong, but we still work closely together and try to ensure it's a safe, security and ethical contested environment for everyone. Yeah. But yeah, I have to admit that because you see the team, there's open slots actually. So our workload is actually very heavy. So we planned to have some bans on this website to provide some unethical petitioners to get access to this tool. This is what we try to plan to do. But unfortunately, right now we don't really have enough developers. So, but we are still developing on this report system to ensure a safe environment for everyone. So let me tell you about what the agents do. First, they have a step who get a recon to get all the informations, and then it's the discovery step, and then they have to talk about the strategy, how we are going to conduct the test and etc. And then we do real exploits in here. We do real exploits. We just don't blabber nonsense. No, we don't blabber nonsense. We do real exploits. And in this case, we have to validate our findings. And the final thing, we have to report. So this is the thing you can also try with us together if you are using the mobile or website scan version. So I zoom in a bit. So as you say, there's the JSON format, MD format, and also the HTML format, which means the report you can download in all these three formats, which is provide the flexibility.
Yep. Okay, so is that possible for us to share a sample report so that okay, everyone will know more about what exactly it look like?
When you click open, it is like this. You can see how the bug store. Okay, maybe I open the bug store so you know what we are scanning. Hang on. Let me open the bug store. Okay, we're scanning in here actually. Okay, the bug store. So Okay, maybe you guys get the clear idea on what we are scanning. So we are scanning this one, actually. So there's a cute little bug here. Okay, it just looks like a normal e-commerce store that you would get access to. So we are scanning this. Okay. So let's jump back to here. So you see each one, they have the highlights on the severity and also have the professional CVSS score. And this could provide at least a sounding reference to the cybersecurity professionals. So these are the findings, the finding ones. So this is just 1 to 10 of the 41 findings. You can go to here for the next findings. And again, this will have a status if it is confirmed or not, and the severity and also the CVSS score. Okay, so we jump back to here for the full report. So you see there's the target name, and then the date. So everything just looks so fine, I have to say. When I first test on this, I also think that, well, this is so fine. I think I have to promote this to all of you, and it's worth a try. Okay. And for the technology stack, you could view it clearly. They would also indicate. And this is, I think, what the cybersecurity professionals would most concern is the findings by severity and validation. So I want to talk about some of the what is clearly should be noted. You see there's the confirmed count of the validation summary, and some need manual reviews. So there's a 2. And we also have a false positive, which means this is actually not valid. So it's good. We have 0 false positive, and we have 18 pending, which means you have to get your review on the manual review session, and you need to get a review on pending session. And for the confirmed ones, you can, if you're not sure, you can validate them if this is correct or not.
Okay, thank you, Kazel. I think this part I would like to interrupt a bit. Okay, I think the validation summary is a little bit complicated to explain in 5 or 10 minutes, but I would like to know more about the severity categorizations. Okay, in general, you use the CVSS and some other parameter to determine the actual severity of a vulnerability. I would like to know more about the methodology of your categorization.
Okay. So we have to go to the docs. So you can go through with me, click on the docs. Yeah, you can. Click on the docs. So you will go into this page. Okay, for the first thing, we do have a clear scanning pipeline. And what Arik is asking is about the validation part. So you can scroll through with me in this validation part. And I hope this could answer your question. So we do have also different validation status. Okay. So for the first thing, when we enter the validation query, there's a CDP browser validation. And there's also the Vision AI. Like real screenshots are actually captured. They don't pop up somewhere. It's what we are captured using the Vision AI. And with the status, we also have a very clear indication. It's not something we say, oh, this is validated. No, we don't say that. We will say validation confirmed or something, oh, validated but false positive. We have something in here, or even if it catches an error, it will have error handlings. They say there's an error. Okay. Yeah, come over. Okay. So I also want to tell you about the specialist agents. So why are they so much specialized? For example, you see from the QA in here, they really work in specific parts. Like there's the GoSpider, there's a Python. And for this specific queue, they just go down, top right down like this. So usually if you are using normal AI chatbot, they wouldn't have specialized agents. They would just have one consolidation page, one agent, one chatbot, and then just go straight to findings. There will be no specialist queue. Okay. So this is what each of the specialists should be doing. And we ensure that we use GoSpider, which is good for the high-speed payload delivery. That penetrates harder than what a normal AI chatbot would do. So by these procedures, it could help us to do real exploits and also to validate the findings. Yep. So for more specialist agents, you can just go here and then check what they are doing.
Yep, I think this is really important. So, okay, we can see you've got so many powerful agents and especially for the different kinds of rapid assessment, including exploitations. And also a lot about, okay, you also got a disclaimer to ask the people to use it ethically. Okay, I think this is quite fair enough. But other than that, do the tools provide any mechanism or checking or to set a boundary for this maybe so junior, a pentester, or even student to use that properly. As we know, when the tool is powerful, the more powerful it is, the damage could be done more swiftly with the tools in the one hand.
Yeah, I do also agree with what you say. So I just wrap it up quickly. This BugTraceAI is indeed a defensive security tool. We help them to identify vulnerabilities before malicious actors can exploit them. Not you being a malicious actor to exploit others. Okay, so this is what our core principles. We try to help up like authorizations first, as I said before, defensive purpose. And we do have responsible disclosures. We do have things like that. But for the most importantly, what I've also mentioned, we are trying to develop a system to ban those unethical users. And we are currently developing on how it should be worked. So you guys can wait for the updates. And thank you for listening to my presentation. And thank you for Arik chance.